What's up, everyone? Adrian Morrison here. I want to welcome you to the Profit Power Hour tonight. Let me just see if I can go to questions box open. Go ahead and type in a 1 if you can see the screen. My webcam isn't on. It's having some issues. I see Brian. I see Shaker, Valerie, Sharon, John, Carol, Jim Bear, my man. We got Julie, Paul Lehman, Will Jensen, awesome. All right, so I can see everybody's in here. Randy says technical difficulties. By the way, Randy, I literally at 3 o'clock in the morning, Randy, I think it was you. I'm almost certain it's you. You sent a Instagram DM to my inbox and said that if I needed backup, you'd be around because somebody was trying to like fake being me or something. So thanks for that. I meant to respond, but it was so late when I saw the message. But I always check my Instagram DMs. If you go to my social media on the right-hand side, you'll see where it says Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Make sure to follow me there. And yeah, I mean, I'm always on Instagram. So Randy, that was you. Okay, cool. Everybody's piling in the room right now. As they do that, I want to mention a couple of things. So we have a lot of new members to the Profit Power Hour this week. An abnormal influx of members. We always have members joining every day through our Ecom Quick Start program or our ESA program, and obviously the Ecom Quick Start is just been picking up a lot of steam. It's more of a foundational program for complete beginners to get started, and then ESA obviously is an accelerator. And this week we had a lot of new members join, so I want to take some time to welcome you to the Profit Power Hour. If you're new to this webinar series, I'm sure that typically when you get on a webinar, you're expecting some sort of sales pitch or bait and switch, if you will. I can assure you here on the Profit Power Hour, I am all about meat and potatoes training. So, you know, I'm not going to be on here trying to sell something every week. Maybe once or twice a year if I do a release of a new software or program. You know, I share that with everybody. But that's about it. Really, what this webinar series is a weekly training with me where I show you the things I'm learning, right? And I show you the things I'm implementing or looking to implement in my business. And I feel like my connections are so strong and broad in this space. I'm networking with people that are doing far more bigger numbers than I've ever done, you know, at masterminds and whatnot, like people that are have $100 million+ e-commerce companies and whatnot. And then what I do is I network with them. I learn from them. They learn stuff from me, or people learn stuff from me, and we just share knowledge, right? We share knowledge and we go implement that in our business. And so this is a great shortcut for you to be able to, a phenomenal shortcut for you to be able to come on here every week and just simply learn, you know, what I'm doing in my business and the plans I have for my business. And this is applicable for digital marketing in general. You know, I mean, Facebook ads is Facebook ads, especially when I'm teaching that. On the left-hand side are some of the Shopify apps that we recommend or have created, one or the other. And I think some of these going into Q4 are going to be really, really, you know, big for people. Like Shipping Hero is always a big one. Wheelie opt-in is going to be important for building your list. Coupon Hero will be something really great to use on holidays like Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Pillar Profits is a great print-on-demand company. Shine On is a great print-on-demand jewelry company. So these are all great things to check out. But what I want to take a second to say, look, if you're brand new, you don't necessarily need to go just get every app, every print on demand company, every little shiny object to put on your store. Really, you should be focused, and you should start doing exactly what I always teach, which is get 2 or 3 products, focus on those, and just, get traffic to them and get sales, and then start optimizing from there. Is everybody with me on that? Just say yes if you're with me on that. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. I'm trying to get my webcam on here and I just cannot do it. What's up, Stephanie? She says, Adrian is the real deal. He over delivers every time. Thank you so much for that. It's nice because I can actually see the chat box. Most weeks the chat box is frozen. And right now the webcam is frozen. So Jackie says, it's my first webinar. Really excited about the program. Welcome, Jackie. Okay, so this is our welcome screen. And I'm not going to waste too much time because your time is valuable. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to teach you tonight. All right, so I'm going to show you a rapid testing strategy that has evolved over the last 5 years. So I've taught rapid testing for probably since 2015. Yeah, I'd say since 2015, I've taught rapid testing. And it's a method that even guys like Ty Lopez, picked up on. He's like, okay, so this is how you find products really fast. Now, of course, Ty now owns Pier 1 Imports and, big companies. And he does not really do drop shipping now. He's all like these massive companies, which has been really amazing to see, which is why I was telling you guys, I network with people that are just like, they own massive companies. And I use rapid testing to quickly find home run potential products. The bottom line is if you are running ads or running a drop shipping business, running an e-commerce business, you've got to enable yourself to the ability to rapid test. And in 2020, we are implementing rapid tests differently than we did in 2015 and 2016. And what rapid testing essentially means is we are using no emotion whatsoever and testing ads ruthlessly to see what products work. So we're going to get more into that in a little bit. But for now, go to facebook.com/group/profitph. Go to our amazing and beautiful Facebook group over here at that URL and tell everybody to hop on the webinar because I'm going to be teaching you how to use rapid testing, my newest rapid testing strategy, to quickly find home run potential products. So you're going to go over to this Facebook group right here, and you're going to make that post just one time. And at the end of the webinar, I'm going to scroll through these posts and I'm going to choose one person to win some cash money. So I can see a lot of you right now are posting, like Amy Gerber just posted. So go ahead, post, remind people to hop on, and then we will be able to, at the end, choose a random winner. Just don't spam the group, just post one time. People love the reminders, and it's been something we've done for years now. While you're doing that, I want to take a moment to congratulate some of our most recent success stories. We've got Oliver Masaba here, who posted 15 hours ago. Maybe it was a little bit more. I haven't refreshed this page. I've had this pulled up throughout the day. He said, I did $11,000 yesterday in sales, and I expect to do even more today. I just want to say thanks, Adrian. I started your program last December, and I've been working on it very, very hard. So I want you all to focus on this phrase right here. Here we have a member that is now doing $11,000 a day. That is life-changing right there. Now, we don't know what his profit is, and if somebody's doing $10,000, $20,000 a day, you can assume that they've got profit baked in there, right? Otherwise, it would be ridiculous to be taking that big of a risk. So I want to point out that he's been doing this since December, right? This is not magic. It's not get rich quick. Overnight, you can have a product pop off, but if you stick with the program and if you get on the webinars, if you strive for greatness every day, and like this student here, every morning you wake up and you visualize yourself in the position that you want to be in, then you're more likely to get there, right? So I want to congratulate you, Oliver. $11,000 in sales yesterday. One thing that was I thought was really cool is he has pictures up here on the wall of me like getting the ClickFunnels 50M award. It looks like me and plane traveling right there. Just, whatever you need to stay motivated. I'm very, very humbled by this post. I can't even begin to explain how humbling it is to know that, like, those pictures help motivate you. Maybe it's not me, maybe it's something else. Maybe it's your dream house, or maybe it's a dream vacation, or maybe it's a picture of your family whom you want to, leave a legacy to and build a great life of financial freedom for. Surround yourself with things that motivate you and work hard for it. So I want to congratulate you, Oliver. I also want to congratulate Zanandra, I'm sorry if I messed that up, for getting your first sale. Martin Rivera here says, super excited for the progress my store's been making. I spent a lot of time researching a great product that hit every single mark that Adrian talked about on his recent webinars. Another thing I want you all to take note of is this member here, Martin. He literally followed the training over the last couple of weeks. He found a product that hit every single mark that I talk about for a product, having a wow factor, having a good profit margin there, something that's unique and has mass appeal, right? And now, now he's at $662 in sales with a new product. Now, here's what's important about this. And these are, I'm spending some time on these because I want you to see that what I'm saying isn't theory. It's real, it's factual, right? So he says, funny, when my wife first saw the product that I'm selling, she said, that's not going to sell. Are you seriously going to launch an ad for that thing? And he said, honey, Adrian teaches me to think like a marketer. You're coming from a place of a consumer. This is it's hilarious, but it's also a very important phrase here. When you are doing e-commerce or any business, there's a mind shift that happens. And that is, you need to stop thinking like a consumer, because naturally we're consumers. It's not a bad thing. It's just naturally we are coming from a consumer mindset. There is a shift, and I've been teaching this shift for years, whereby you think like a marketer, right? One of the very first times I was with my buddy Ty, and he said, Adrian, give everybody on my Snapchat what you believe to be the most important tip for anybody starting a business online or doing e-commerce. And I said, quote unquote, nobody cares what you think and nobody cares what you like. You have to forget what you think is cool. You have to forget what you think is a good idea. And you have to use logic, right? Instead of the consumer behavior, you use logic, and you give the people what they want. You find a product that people like, people want, even regardless if you think it's stupid, and you'll be more likely to make sales. So I'm being honest with you. A lot of the stuff that I sell in my various stores, I can't believe that people buy them. It doesn't make any sense, right? I think they're dumb. I think they're ugly, but people like buying them, and that's all that matters. Then I want to congratulate Chad for $184 in sales. I want to congratulate Dylan here, who said in less than 48 hours of testing, I got my first ever sale. So it took him 2 days to get his first sale, $29. I think that is that's not free plus shipping, or maybe it is. It's $29.98, so it can't be free plus shipping. Yeah, so I encourage you all, especially you, Oliver, if you're on here tonight, go apply for the 10K club, because you certainly hit the 10K club, and I'd be happy to give you some extra little perks. That is a fun thing that we're doing over here. If you've hit at least $10,000 in sales, you can come to this page here. I'll give you a link at the end of the training, and you can submit an application. It's free, and claim a free shirt, a free spot on our success wall, and some other little perks that I'm going to do as you level up. And we have had students go from 10K to 1 million plus. So this is really, really cool. If you've at least had one sale on your store, then go apply to be student of the month. Every month I'm choosing just one random person. Last week we chose Edgar randomly. It's completely random. Edgar and his wife here, I believe it's his wife Carla, have done over $1,000 in sales, and they have their spot on our wall now, and they're gonna get some pretty cool gifts from me as well. I will give you a link to do this. It's free, just a fun little free program that we do. Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes of tonight's training, because I feel like I spent a good bit talking about these. But you know, without the right mindset, you're not going to accomplish very much. So I love spending a little bit of time going over mindset, and I think that these students that posted this week have great mindset, and they're following training, right? They're not shooting from the hip. So tonight, what I want to do is I want to talk to you about this rapid testing method, all right? And in doing so, I'm going to pull up my QuickTime player where I can show you my whiteboard. It's very, very rare that I pull this up, but I'm going to pull it up right now. Give me just a second here. And let's see if I can get it to pull up. Here we go, because I'm going to do some drawing tonight. All right, so can everybody see my whiteboard now? You see me moving around? Put in a 2 if you can see my whiteboard. And it's so funny, I'm raising my hand in the air, and no one can even see me. I keep forgetting my webcam's not on. All right, let's talk about something. And this is really important. Our strategy that we're going to be focusing on tonight is rapid testing. So rapid testing. All right. Now, with rapid testing, the idea is, because we are currently going into the holiday sales rush, okay? So holiday rush for Q4. This is very important, right? Because sales are starting to trend upwards right now. It's imperative that we find products that are working quick, because you want to be able to really maximize this holiday season, because guys, this is going to be a historical Q4. There will never be another Q4 like this probably in our lifetime. And it's because of this pandemic. People are at home shopping more than ever, and big box stores like Walmart and Target and others have committed to close and stay closed on Black Friday. So all of those people mobbing Walmart, mobbing Best Buy, mobbing through Target, that you see fighting each other over, the $15 discounted DVDs and televisions, they're going to be online and they're ready to spend money, right? And so it's imperative that you start rapid testing right now, so you can get what is called, I'm sure you've heard of this before, it's called momentum. All right, what you need to do is you need to get momentum. Money likes speed, okay? So you need momentum in your business. In order to do this, you have to exercise 2 things. Number 1 is having no emotion. And number 2 is having no ego. So no emotion and no ego. What do I mean by that? What could I possibly mean by no emotion and no ego? A lot of people, they get attached to the ads that they're running or the product that they're advertising, and they think that it's a winner, but it's clearly a fail. It's clearly a failure. It's clearly losing money. It's clearly bleeding on your profits. And They will let emotion and ego allow them to continue losing money on a bad ad instead of just killing it. So with rapid testing, the goal is to take advantage of the holiday rush, to get momentum in your business, and to exercise the discipline needed to rid yourself of emotion and rid yourself of ego when it comes to finding a winner. And that should help lead to killing losers fast and finding winners. All right. I'm very ADD, so since I'm using my whiteboard tonight, you will notice that there will be some awkward silence moments because I cannot think and write at the same time. That is why in school I failed so much, is I couldn't take notes and think at the same time. All right, so let's talk about what's happening right now. All right, so let's go over this. I'm gonna draw you a little chart of how this works. All right, so on this side of the chart, we're gonna have volume of money spent by consumers. Okay, that's what this is. Volume of money spent by consumers. And then on the bottom over here, we're gonna have, let's just put the year, the months. All right, so here is January and here is December, okay? Here's December, and then you know what? We'll just go ahead and put November and October. And the rest of the year lies between the space, okay? But what's important is October, November, and December. And this is what it looks like. So in January, you're at a semi-peak of sales coming off the holidays. And over the course of the year, that consumer spending, it drops pretty fast, you know, as we go into the summer months, right? There might be some spikes. And this is me just, you know, this isn't like a super accurate chart. This is just an idea of kind of what happens. And then as the fall hits, this is where sales start to go back up. And then when November hits, you see this huge spike here up into December, right? And then it starts to go back down. And what happens is this goes over and over and over and over again. Every year, this is what happens, okay? Every single year, this recycles itself. All right, so January is usually hot, but that's only because we're coming off of December, right? And so right now we're at this pivotal moment in business where you can make or break, like you literally can make or break your ability to get momentum, right? Momentum. This is your chance to gain the momentum that you're going to need throughout the year to really, really explode your business with things like email marketing. Is everybody with me on this? Just type in money signs if you're with me on this. Go ahead and type in money signs. All right, so Randy says no ego, I'm screwed. I know, I have a hard time with it too, but this is that moment that businesses, like I have seen people's lives change in October. So a lot of you that are new right now, your goal is to take advantage of this holiday rush because right now it's easier to get sales than any other time throughout the year. People spend money all year long, but as you can see, they only really big spend like this during October, November, and December because they're buying gifts. And people are buying things for other people at a rapid rate. People are buying things just to buy stuff so they have something to wrap for grandma or cousin Eddie. You know, they're buying socks and they're buying like gag gifts and novelty gifts, and you know they're just spending money to spend it essentially is, and that's where we are right now. So my goal tonight is to show you this rapid testing method And to show you how to exercise this, if you have a small budget or a big budget. So if I come down here, I'm just going to draw myself a little divider line. All right, so there are going to be two different ways to do this. All right, so there are going to be two different ways to use this rapid testing method. All right, so two ways to rapid test. All right. And depending on where you are in your business right now, you're going to use, one of these two options. So it's imperative that we understand there are two ways that we can actually do this. All right. So number one is there is the low budget way. All right. The low budget way would require that we spend anywhere from $10 to $15 per day. Okay, if we wanted to use rapid testing, this would be a low budget. I have a little bit of money to spend way, let's just say the big budget, which honestly isn't really a big budget. If you think about it in terms of advertising, the big budget way is gonna require that you spend really somewhere in the neighborhood of, I would say, $30 to $50 a day. All right, now, depending on where you are in your life right now financially, you're gonna use the low budget way or the high budget way. Now, my veteran students in here that are making big bucks right now, you're probably gonna do this on the big budget way. My newbies and new members and my beginners, you're probably going to do it on the low budget way. And you can really do this as low as $5 a day. But we want to take advantage, remember, of this moment right here in green. We want to take advantage of this moment so we can ride this wave. And we want to get momentum in our business. So at this time, if you're running an e-commerce business, is a time that I am going to push you more so than I would push you January through the rest of the year to go ahead and launch and launch and launch. This method is designed to find home run potential products fast and to kill losers very, very, very quickly. All right, so there are these two ways to rapid test. So we've taken note of that. And what we're going to do with this strategy, and I know like when I use the white pad, sometimes it can be a bit more boring than when I'm live and I'm demoing and stuff, but I want you to have notes because I'm going to take these notes, I'm going to turn them into a PDF, and I'm going to give these notes to everybody tomorrow when I mail out the replay. You'll be able to download these notes. So I want to write them down for you so you can print them out, put them on your desk or whatever, right? So with rapid testing, what you can do is obviously, here are your success steps. All right, so here are your success steps. Let me highlight this in yellow. Hopefully everybody can read my handwriting. I'm used to typing and not really writing. But anyways, your success steps are number one is identify a niche. So obviously, duh, right? You need to pick a niche to start marketing in. Number two is you need to find 3 products within that niche. So 3 products within that niche that you want to start advertising. It's imperative, in my opinion, it's imperative that these have mass appeal. So I want to just add in a profit point here. Profit point is that these products need to have mass appeal. What do I mean by mass appeal? Okay. What I mean is that we want to be able to cast a very wide net. For example, I'm going to jump out of the whiteboard for just a moment. All right, so for example, something with mass appeal, all right, that hits all of our points that we previously have mentioned in other webinars. Let me just pull this up real quick. So in our notes, and this is what I think who was it? It was not Dylan. I think it was Martin. What Martin mentioned, I believe it was Martin. Is this it? Yeah. I spent quite a time researching products that every single mark Adrian was talking about. These are what he was talking about here. Right here. All right. Our profitable product formula, something that has the wow factor, that has plenty of profit margin, perceived value, right? With something that can help with pain, beauty, appearance, safety, pure luxurious, save time or money, something that's fresh and not everybody else in the world is advertising. And then I went over this the other week. You can go back and watch these, right? But knowing that you're marketing something that works obviously helps. And in previous webinars, you can go back and you can watch how we do that. So a good example of this would be something like, let me just go to AliExpress real quick. One moment. Okay. So we could do something like dog bark. Like this is something that will have mass appeal. All right. So, oops, dog bark. All right. So this would be an example of a product that would have mass appeal right here. So obviously it's going to appeal to a lot of people because a lot of people have pets and a lot of people have dogs. It's going to have a wow factor because, well, it's simple to use and it immediately eliminates a problem that you might be suffering in your home, right? And it's going to save you. It's going to actually, it hits on the health point because it'll keep you mentally healthy because you're not going to be freaking out because your dog is barking all the time. So this is a product that's evergreen, that has mass appeal, that's got plenty of profit margin built into it. You can get these for pretty cheap, mark them up 2-3 times, and you can find a supplier that ships from the United States with this type of product. So this would be an example of a product with mass appeal, right? And if you scroll down, if you're looking for some additional products, well, it's important whenever we're looking at a vendor's page right here that a vendor's page that's selling a product, especially if it's a vendor that has a lot of orders. This one really it's only got 2,000 followers. It's not a ton. It's not the best example, but if I went and looked for a bigger vendor selling this, if you scroll down, pay attention to what other products are listed underneath everything, seller recommendations. AliExpress is a lot like Amazon in that it's designed to make AliExpress more money. So it's in AliExpress's benefit to show you other products that sell, right? Other products that are getting sales. Like look at this, this dog water bottle, 403 units of this have sold. These Christmas Halloween dog costumes, 83. And as we scroll down, look, 243 units of this dog repeller here. So pay very, very close attention to this because in this formula that we're going over right now, which is right here, you need to find 3 products, right, within a niche because you want to rapid test 3 different products at a time. Does that make sense? Go ahead and say yes, if that makes sense. Instead of testing 1 product at a time, right now, we want to get momentum and we want to find products that have home run potential at a faster pace. So that would mean that we are testing more products than usual every day, right? Okay, so everybody's with me on this. All right, so that would be an example of a product that has mass appeal because so many people have pets and most all of them suffer like I do every day with two little Pomeranians that bark right when I hit record on a video for training that I'm doing, right when I hit go live on a webinar that I'm doing, or when I try to go to sleep, they decide they want to wake up and like, you know, scratch and all this stuff, and I love them to death. But you know, they're training devices and whatnot, very, very popular among pet owners. All right, so that said, we want to find a product that has mass appeal. And again, there are two ways that we are going to test these products. I would teach somebody that has barely any money how to rapid test differently than someone who's already making a bunch of money, right? So I'm going to show you both how it's done. All right, some of the things that we are looking for when we launch our ads, all right? So number 3 is we're going to be launching new products every 3 days. So every 3 days, we're launching new products. So obviously these 3 products right here that you choose at first, they might not all always win, right? They might not all always be big winners. Maybe they all tank. Maybe one of the 3 does well. You don't just want to stick with one. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Immediately start rapid testing other products. I'm going to show you how this is done over the course of this week and next week, obviously. All right, so some of the things that we're looking for, indicators, right? Things that have what would indicate to us that there is home run potential. All right, so some of these things that would indicate to us that there's home run potential would be a high click-through rate percentage, meaning a very large percentage of people that are viewing our ad are clicking on it. 4% is what a lot of people say is high right now. I kind of like look across the board and listen to what other people say is high to them, and then look at what I'm getting and try to validate that. So about 4%. The other home run potential indicator would be add to carts. So if out of the gate, your ad marketing a product is getting add to carts, but not getting sales yet, that is an indicator. It's an indication that the product has potential to generate sales. You just haven't optimized your Facebook ad yet, or maybe you got to play with your price point a little bit, and a discount could get people to go through. But remember, this is just in 3 days, right? We're literally in 3 days trying to quickly identify if this product is going to generate a decent bit of sales for us. So a high amount of add to carts is a good indicator that we're probably going to start getting some sales very soon. And then we're going to be looking at our social engagement. Mainly and mostly what we're looking for here is tags plus comments. Now, tags and comments, they're essentially the same thing, except a tag is when a person like me says, at Jamie, check this out. This product is so amazing. Like, I thought you'd like this. Because that's an indicator that it's hitting with an audience, they're tagging their friends in it, and it's likely going to generate sales. So these are some of the things that show us that we have the potential, right? And that we should let the ad ride, we should let the ad ride a little bit longer, right? Because our threshold, again, is 3 days. If we don't see sales in 3 days, or a super high click rate, or a super high rate of add to carts, or a super high rate of social engagement, then what we do is we kill the ad, right? We kill the product, and we say, that's it. Like, we're not going to we're not going to run this ad anymore. No emotion, no ego. In 3 days, if you don't see very, very promising home run potential results or sales, then we kill it. And obviously, very much so, obviously, I guess I should just put this on here and have it there, is we're looking for sales, right? That's your number one indicator, especially if you're on a smaller budget, only spending $10 to $15 a day. So here's how the framework is going to look. And I'm not the best artist here, so I'm going to try my best to draw this out for you. So let me just see how much space I have. Okay, I got plenty of space over here. So I'm going to start out with what to do if you're on a low budget first. Okay, so if you are on a lower budget and or you don't want to take as big of a risk as some people would like to take on your ads, and you have a lower tolerance for risk or a lower budget, all right, this would be our low budget strategy for rapid testing. All right, so our low budget strategy is going to be, zoom in. All right, our low budget strategy is going to have one Facebook campaign. And don't worry, I'm going to give you all these notes. That's why I'm trying to take the time to make my handwriting good, because I know that y'all will be using these later. All right, so you have one Facebook campaign, all right? And that Facebook campaign, again, if you look up here, is going to have a $10 to $15 per day budget, all right? So this campaign is going to have what's called a CBO, campaign optimized budget, all right, campaign budget optimization of, what we say it was, 10 to 15 a day, all right? So your daily testing budget is going to be $10 to $15. This again is if you are on a lower budget, right? If you have more money to invest in your business at this particular time of the year, I would say, get more data. But not everybody has that luxury, right? Everybody's got to start somewhere. CBO stands for Campaign Budget Optimization. I'll show you in Facebook in a bit. All right. And you're going to have these 3 products, right? So remember, you've got 3 products in a niche. 3 different products to start with that you're going to test. You're going to want to hit very precise interest. I call them keywords because I'm old school, but Facebook calls them interest. Precise keywords are going to be hitting anywhere from, I would say, an audience for each keyword of 50K through about, oh, sorry, I'm always thinking about money. There's no money sign there. 50K to about 500K in your target group. Again, don't worry, I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like, okay? So precise keywords. And then underneath this campaign, okay, you're going to have 3 ad sets. Ad set number 1. Ad set number 2. Remember, this is for the lower budget. Ad set number 3. And all of these are going to be hitting. I don't like that graph. All of these are going to be hitting those precise keywords. So they're all going to have the same targeting, but they're not all going to be the same product. This is going to be product 1. This one's going to be for product 2. And this one is going to be for product 3. All right. So you've got 3 ad sets under one campaign. They're all going to be hitting the same targeting, all right? So all of them will be hitting those precise keywords because they're all for the same niche, right? So you've got 3 products hitting the same target audience at the same time. You've got Facebook using your budget over here, the CBO budget, and dispersing it, right, to each ad set as it sees fit. Does that make sense? Just say yes if that makes sense. They're going to take this $10 to $15 right here, and they're going to spread it across these 3 campaigns, and you're going to let these run for 3 days, all right? So you're going to test these for 3 days. 3 days. All right, not 4, not 5, not 3 weeks, not 3 months. And you're going to assess these results. And if you're not seeing a very high click-through rate, which gives you an indicator that there's some potential, or a lot of add to carts, or a lot of engagement, or some sales, obviously, then you're going to kill the ads, right? And then what's going to happen is, let's just say that product number 1 sucks and product number 3 sucks, but product number 2 is showing promise, right? You would kill this ad and you would kill this ad, right? And replace those ads with 2 new products that you found on AliExpress. Every 3 days, you will be killing, right, ads that aren't making money, and in place, putting a new ad for a different product, a completely different product. Because we're not trying to beg a product to work here, right? We're not trying to force a square peg in a round hole. If it doesn't just naturally work and take off, then we don't want anything to do with it. Because right now, time is of the essence. You can try to fit a square peg in a round hole in January, February, March, April, May, right? But this time of the year, we're looking for those clear winners. So how do we do that? We do that by having no emotion and having a schedule of every 3 days. We launch an ad, 3 days later, we look at the results. It needs 3 good days to get some time to get some of these key indicators or KPIs that we're looking for to give us an idea of, should we let this continue to run, or is it getting sales, or should we scale it, or should we kill this ad, right? So that's going to be the big difference. Now, what does this look like in Facebook? I'm going to show you because I already have this set up in Facebook ads. All right. So you'll notice that there are ones here for big budgets, and then there's rapid testing for low budget. This is going to be the big difference between the 2 different ways to do it. So let's just say that you set up a campaign in the dog niche, because y'all know that I've always kind of used that as an example, though I advertise in various niches. We've got our $15 per day budget right here. All right, $15 per day. And when I click on this, there's going to be an ad for product number 1, product number 2, and product number 3. Does everybody see that? Type in money signs if you understand. So Facebook is going to take that $15 per day budget, and it's going to divide it out between these 3 ads, and it's going to essentially really put more money toward whichever one is doing the best, right? That's how campaign budget optimization works. So this will be product 1, 2, 3. In 3 days, I'm going to come back and say, oh, product number 2 has spent X amount of dollars. It's made no sales, and I don't see any add to carts. The ad doesn't have a lot of likes, shares, comments. Kill it. Product number 3 isn't doing well. Kill it. Product number 1's doing okay, so we're going to leave this here. Now, do we just sit around and continue to wait? No. Immediately, what we do is we come back over to AliExpress, or we go to Shine On, or T-Launch, or a print-on-demand company, and we start looking for other additional products that we could start selling, right, in the dog niche. So we can come over here to our drop shipping center in AliExpress, and we could type in just the keyword dog and see if that pulls up any hot products right now in the dog niche, right? And we can organize this by orders, and it's going to show us what products, right, are selling right now that are really hot. So maybe the anti-barker thing is doing really well, but we see that this product right here, this pet grooming product, is hitting really hard. So this is another great mass appeal product that fixes a big problem for pet owners that we can test. And we're using the same targeting. So what does precise targeting look like? Just to show you an idea of what precise targeting looks like. So precise targeting looks just like this, right? Whenever you're targeting your ad, okay? Whenever you're targeting your ad and it's asking you what kind of keywords you want to hit, what you're looking for are keywords that have very, very, very small audiences, comparatively speaking. So let me pull that back up. Oh, I'm running out of time and I haven't even done the high budget way. Like Rocket Dog Rescue, 48,000 people. National Mill Dog Rescue, it's pushing it. It's over 500K, but I know it's a good keyword, 694,000 people. So keywords like I love my Yorkie. Let's see if that pulls anything up. Used to, but not anymore. All right, so yeah, I knew it was in there. I love my, it just took a second. I love my Yorkie, 270,000 people that love their Yorkie, right? Very, very specific, right? You could type in dog rescue. You're not going to go for the big one with 47 million people in it, right? You're going to go for SA. Oh, well, that's only at 12. Marley's Mutts, 500,000. Big Fluffy Dog Rescue, 300,000. Australia Working Dog. These are all very precise, passionate keywords, right? More so than if you just came in here and typed in dog, right? You got 578 million people. That's not going to work on a low budget. It's just not going to happen, right? So you're going for the very precise keywords, right? Okay, so we've established that if you're on a lower budget, what you're going to do is you're going to launch one campaign with one daily budget that has 3 different ads in it for one ad for each product. Product 1, 2, 3. Let it run for 3 days, kill the loser, scale the winner. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And every 3 days, you're killing losers, and hopefully every 3 days or 6 days or 9 days, finding a winner. This is how we find winning products really quickly, right? No emotion. We don't pray, hope, and wish and bet on our ads. We're not gambling, right? If it doesn't work in 3 days, hitting very precise keywords, and we've spent 30 bucks or so marketing it, then we need to kill it. And we need to find something that naturally takes off. And if you go back and you watch last week's webinar and the webinar before that in your Access Adrian members area, then you'll be able to follow trainings that show you exactly how we're finding products that have a high probability of success to begin with. Now, if you are on a bigger budget, all right, here's what I would do. And here's what we do. We're still going to go and we're going to find the products, the 3 products for the niche. And by the way, don't think that you only need to find 3 products. You need to find 12, 15, right? Over time. You just start with 3. And then you cycle through all of them, right? And test and test and test and test. But you're not just shooting from the hip because you're using the training from last week and the week before that and the week before that. I've been teaching you and showing you on how to identify winning products already that we know have a high probability of success because they're currently successful for other people. AliExpress tells us that they're trending right now and they're hot, right? They have mass appeal. So you're not really shooting from the hip, but you never know how a Facebook ad's going to perform until you launch an ad. If you're on a higher budget, right, this strategy is going to look a little bit different for you, okay? Because you have more money to spend, right? And so you can cast a wider net, if you will. And the way that your high budget strategy is going to work will look like this. For those of you that have a little bit more money and you want to invest it in ads this holiday season, right? So this is going to be a high budget strategy. And it's going to help you find things a lot faster. So for this particular strategy, you're still going to have 3 products that you're testing. Every 3 days, you're testing 3 new products. But you see, a Facebook campaign can only have 1 daily budget if you're using CBO, campaign budget optimization, right? So this is something that you obviously you do to try to let Facebook distribute money to ads within a campaign, or within a campaign that it feels are getting your desired result. So you're kind of relying a bit on Facebook. All right, with your high budget strategy, you have a budget of, let's just say, $40, $50. So $30 to $50 would be a bigger budget strategy. And for this, you would still launch a Facebook campaign, but it's per product. So you would have a Facebook campaign for product number 1, okay? And then you would have a ad set that has that precise targeting. But you would also have an ad set that has broad targeting. And of course, this is going to be using a budget of about $15 to $20 a day, by the way. All right. So what looks different about this? Well, if you're on a low budget, and I'm going to maximize this. If you're on a low budget, you want Facebook to take your 1 daily budget of $10 to $15 and distribute it across 3 different products. So it's like you're only spending $15 a day and you're getting to test 3 different products for that $15, right? And then you're relying on Facebook's ability to distribute your ad spend to the product that's getting more traction, right? And every 3 days, you're killing ads and you're putting in a new product. With a higher budget, you're also, you're not going to do it that way. You're going to do 1 campaign per product with a $15 to $20 per day budget. And because you have more money to spend, right, you're going to throw in some broad targeting in there as well. So you'll have 2 different ad sets. But then you're going to have, all right, so you're going to have your, I'm just going to abbreviate, your Facebook campaign for product number 2. All right. And again, this is going to be on that $15 to $20 a day budget. Okay. And you're going to have your ad set for precise, and you're going to have your ad set for broad using the same keywords. And I'm going to show you all broad targeting in just a moment. So now what we're doing is we're spending anywhere from $30 to $40 a day to test 2 products, but we're actually casting a wider net because we're able to use more targeting with broad. And broad targeting sometimes can really pop off if you let it spend a little bit of money and get a couple of days under the belt. And then you're going to launch a third campaign for product number 3. And again, you probably could have guessed it. That's going to have anywhere from a $15 to $20 per day budget on it. And you probably could have guessed it. I wish I could copy and paste because my hand's actually starting to hurt a little bit. I'm not used to all this drawing here, but you probably could have guessed it. You're going to use the exact same targeting for this product. So you're going to have an ad set that's hitting those very precise keywords that are very passionate audiences. And then you're going to have an ad set that's hitting your very broad keywords. And this gives you the ability to just get lucky and hit one that scales. So you can see how these look a little bit different. And if you want to envision what this looks like inside of my Facebook ads account, I pre-built this earlier tonight. So look, this one campaign, does everybody see it? I'm clicking on it and it's blinking. This is low budget, one campaign, $15 per day budget, okay? Click on it and you've got all 3 products that you're testing here. Every 3 days, you're probably killing at least one of these and you're launching a different option, a different product. Go to AliExpress, use your research strategies and just test products. Test, 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 test. If you're on a higher budget, what we would suggest doing is launching a campaign for each product. So you would see dog niche product 1, dog niche product 2, dog niche product 3. So these are consolidated in low budget. If you're on a high budget, each one is in its own campaign. But as a result, each one has its own daily budget. So now instead of spending $15 a day to test, if you're on a high budget, you're spending $45 a day. Again, this is something that we do, especially during the holiday season, to quickly find new products to give us momentum. And every 3 days, we're killing these if they're not winners. And we're just launching 3 more, and then killing those, and then launching 3 more. And eventually you find a winner, and one winner is far more valuable in terms of money you can make than what you would lose or invest for 5 or 6 losers, right? And so when I click on one of these, you'll notice that there shouldn't be these. I guess I built that out when I was duping it the wrong way. But inside of these, we would have the framework would look like this. One ad set would be for precise targeting, and one ad set would be for broad targeting. Okay. And now Facebook is going to use that $15 to $20 per day on that product to try to see if it can hit with the big audience or if it's going to hit with the small audience. So what does broad targeting look like? Well, broad targeting would be really, really massive keywords like this. So broad targeting would be keywords like, we just type in dog and you'll get some. Give it a second to pull in suggestions. So big keywords, dogs, 90 million people, right? That should really suffice, but there are other really big broad keywords that you could use. Like for example, if you wanted to still be kind of precise but broad at the same time, type in Pomeranian, 2 million people. So this would be an example of going broad, and you would just hit all of these. Pit bull. All right. Then you would hit lab, like a Labrador Retriever, 17 million people. And you see we're building up already 13 million people that we're hitting. This would be an example of like maybe going in and hitting the top 20 dog breeds as big keywords. How would we identify that? Well, that's pretty simple. We jump over here to Google and we type in top dog breeds 2020. All right, we do that. And here is a list of the top dog breeds, right? The top 20 dog breeds as of May 2020, so way earlier this year, right? And now we know who our massive audience is that we're really going to be reaching. These are people that are buying dogs at a very, very high rate or adopting dogs, right? So both of these strategies work the same in that every 3 days we're killing a loser and we're launching a new test in its place, right? Where they differ is with a lower budget, we're really looking at minimizing our risk on a low budget, testing 3 products and testing 3 different products under one daily budget with very, very precise, passionate targeting, because every penny that we spend matters, right? And then the bigger budget, because you have more to risk and invest in your business, you're going to say, hey, I'm going to take a greater chance here. I'm going to take an educated risk, and I'm going to hit those broad audiences too. And I'm going to spend more money, and I want to make sure that each product, right, equally gets money spent on it, opposed to here, Facebook will, in the low budget, spend $10 here, $5 there. This kind of assures that the product itself will get all money spent toward it. And you're getting more data at a more rapid rate. How many of you feel like this training so far has benefited you and taught you a little bit, a good strategy for launching tests during the holiday season to hopefully gain momentum, minimize your risk if you're on a lower budget, but still let you test. And then, of course, if you're on a bigger budget, give you a framework to test different products, but still understanding that you've got to have no emotion, no ego. You got to be ruthless, because in 3 days, if this campaign isn't showing promise right here, then I'm going to kill it, right? And then I'm going to launch another product in its place. See lots of yes. Okay, cool. So that's it for both of these. I will most certainly be giving y'all the notes. So I hope that I did a good job of keeping these notes pretty for y'all. And I'll be sending these out in the email via PDF tomorrow morning. So make sure that you go to your inbox and you open up the emails I send. They're very important. I know I probably send a lot of emails to you because you're on different lists, but always open up these Profit Power Hour emails. They contain important information. And I just want to get you prepared, right? I want to get you prepared for the holiday season. Make sure that also, I'd love for you to make sure that you post your results in our Profit Power Hour Facebook group. If you get your first sale, make your first $100, your first 1,000. I want to be able to congratulate you on these live webinars every week, like I've congratulated these students. And then also, if you want to enter our contest, right? It's free and there's no cost. There's no hook, there's no catch, there's no bait. Y'all know I'm not one of those, those people that just gets online and sells all the time. If you want to be rewarded for your success, you can apply to be Student of the Month at ppHallstars.com. I'll just put that in the chat box. All you have to have is one sale. If you have one single sale on your Shopify store, one sale, that's it, then you can go here and you can apply to be our Student of the Month. Last week, Edgar won. He'll be doing a one-on-one coaching session with me for free on Skype and a YouTube interview on my channel. Edgar was the random winner for October, but go submit your application and you could be next month's winner, and you get a free coaching session with me and other perks. If you've done at least $10,000 in sales or more, then just go apply to receive your Student Success Award. So you're going to get a 10K plus t-shirt or 100K t-shirt, 50K t-shirt, and you're also going to get some other gifts and perks from me as one of our students. It's completely free. All you have to do is go to this URL right here if you have done at least $10,000 in sales. This, you just have to have done one sale to be All-Star Student of the Month. But if you want to get a Success Award, $10,000, we start giving those out, and they're completely free. So this is what the Success 10K Club plus t-shirts look like. So each tier you hit will get you a new t-shirt, and we'll be doing some other fun and epic things for you and giving you a place on the wall here. It's going to be really, really exciting. We just launched this. We have people already applying for it. We just haven't gone through those yet. And if you just want to be Student of the Month and have some fun, if you've got one sale, if I could just see that you've implemented my teachings and gotten one sale on your Shopify store, you can go submit your application. It takes about maybe 2-3 minutes to fill it out. Claim your spot on our All-Star Student wall, get a free coaching session from me personally. I'll audit your Shopify store for you. And all you have to do is go to ppHallstars.com and you open up this application, fill it out with your name and a little bit of information. We don't ask you anything private, and boom, like you're in the drawing to win every single month. So I'm very, very excited about that. So we have over, I think, like 200 submissions. It's wild. And every month we just choose a random person. So I'm excited for that. Now what I want to do is I just simply want to go give away some money, because I usually go Facebook Live, but I told my wife I would watch the new Bachelorette with her that's coming on tonight. Don't make fun of me. I love the season when it's a bunch of guys because they always get in fights, and I love seeing all the fights. So I'm particularly excited about this season. And I told her I wouldn't do a long webinar tonight, and here I am 10 minutes after the hour and still doing the webinar. So let me just give away the money here. We usually do a Facebook Live, but this week I'm just going to give it away here on the webinar. So you can see everybody that's posted. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to scroll through here, and I'm going to randomly land on somebody. The screen is freezing a little bit, but whoever I land on, my mouse, is going to win $100. I'm going to tell you to hit up Corey, and we'll get you paid out, because your boy always pays you to come get free education. So let's see who we land on. All right, we just landed on Lindsay Carter Vick. All right, so Lindsay Carter Vick, you 59 minutes ago made this post. I'm going to hit like. I'm going to say congrats at Lindsay. There you are, Lindsay Carter Vick. You just won $100 cash live on the PPH tonight. Hit up at Corey Crambuel at support@accessadrian.com, and he will pay you out via PayPal. Make sure you give him your PayPal address. So congrats to you, Lindsay Carter from Arkansas. All right, another Southerner. And you know, I'm in Mississippi, so congrats to you. Thanks for making that post. If tonight's webinar was, you know, if you're new and it was a bit confusing to you, don't worry. We're here to help. You got the group, you got support. I did show you a bit more of an advanced strategy this week. Also, remember, inside of your Access Adrian portal, you're able to go in, click on Profit Power Hour, and you're able to go review all of our previous trainings. Make sure that you hover over my picture on these and subscribe on YouTube so you get notifications when I upload new videos and new trainings. But this is a free members area for everybody. So check your email tomorrow. You'll be able to download the notes. Go to your members area and watch our previous trainings on the Profit Power Hour. We're doing a lot of how to pick profitable products and do research, and then apply rapid testing like I showed you all tonight. So I wish you all a ton of success. I hope that tonight's training was valuable and worth the time you invested to be here. I got a lot of love for you. I just love you all so much, and I really am humbled by you know, the comments and how the community in general is just very humbling. And just the fact that you're investing your time and you're spending it with me and consuming the education and value that I'm trying to put out into the world does mean the absolute world to me. Stay focused. Forget any emotion when it comes to launching Facebook ads. Think like a marketer. Look at the success stories in the group. They're following the training. They're seeing success, right? It's proof, right, that this stuff works, but you've got to stay focused. It's not magic, but your boy is always here. Doesn't matter if everybody thinks that this stuff, everybody around you thinks that this is a wash and internet marketing doesn't work and it's a scam or whatever, and they don't support you or your dreams, which is the case for a lot of people, unfortunately. You can come here every Tuesday and you know that your boy Adrian Morrison has got your back. I support you. I believe in you. I love you. I'm here to help you. I want you to succeed. I will do anything and everything I can possibly do to always be here for you, to motivate you, inspire you, train you, and help you achieve your goals, because you deserve more. Everyone in here deserves more out of their life. You deserve freedom from finances. You deserve to be able to live a life that truly makes you happy, right? That might not be being a millionaire, right? It might just be making sure that your bills are paid and you can travel. Everyone in here deserves to be happy. And I've always got your back and I always believe in you. And all you need is one person to be your cheerleader. And that's all it could take sometimes for you to be able to wake up in the morning and be excited to get going because you know that you're not doing it alone. You're doing it with me because I'm always with you. I'm always here on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. and I always have your back. So a lot of love out here. I'll see you next week, same place, same time on the Profit Power Hour. I wish you a ton of success. Be on the lookout for the notes tomorrow and get ready to rapid test and crush it this Q4. Good night, y'all.